What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so if you haven't heard, our favorite pop star Rihanna is back in the headlines. This time, a Dutch magazine called Jackie Magazine wrote a really derogatory article about her. It was supposed to be in jest, but basically they called her the ultimate nigga bitch. And so it caused a lot of controversy, and I want to kind of post what they wrote about her real quick so you guys can read it for yourself. So after that article hit the net, a lot of people were really pissed off, including Rihanna herself. So this is a tweet that Rihanna sent to the editor in chief of Jackie Magazine. So following the firestorm caused by their magazine article, the editor in chief of Jackie Magazine, her name is Eva Hoke. Initially, she tried to laugh it off on Facebook, and basically, she wrote the following on Facebook. So after she wrote that on Facebook, she was threatened by numerous people around the world. Folks went in on her, and she decided yesterday to resign from the magazine itself. So a lot of folks wanted to know my opinion on the whole thing because I had been talking about it on Facebook and Twitter. So I want to, put it on video for you guys. So in my opinion, personally, I think what Jackie said was bullshit. I realize that common sense is not so common and everybody don't have common sense. But I think at some point in time you need to be an adult, and saying that an article like that slipped through your fingers and you didn't think would be offensive to, black people in general, and you didn't see the big deal because rappers say it and it's being used all the time in the media. And Rihanna herself has called herself a nigga and a bitch. So for whatever reason, she thought it was okay for her to do it. I think that's bullshit. I think she wanted attention for her magazine. Unfortunately, she got the wrong type of attention that she was seeking, and that's why she's in the position that she is now. So, with that being said, I feel like Eva is a lunatic and she's a moron for writing that article. But again, it is what it is. My whole point, what I was saying is that on Facebook is this is apparent as to how a lot of European and a lot of white people see black folks in general. Rihanna's not African American, she's from Barbados. But again, they lumped her in and called her a Jamaican because all black people with an accent are automatically Jamaican. So I just find that funny. But what bothered me more in the article wasn't so much her use of the term nigga bitch. What bothered me is if you really read the article, is how they view Rihanna, and to me, how they view a lot of black women. They stated this in the article. She wrote, Rihanna has street cred. And how many videos have we seen on YouTube and posted on the internet where black women are out here fighting each other and beating each other up trying to get some type of street cred? Then she wrote Rihanna had a ghetto ass. Like I said, like I did the other video the other day about people dying to get butt injections. You know what I'm saying? The world is watching us. And you have a lot of women out here, who are putting out here this image of this ghetto ass. So now we're not even people anymore. We're just seeing it's just ass and hips. And then she also wrote that she's on stage half naked, which is very true. Rihanna is on stage giving lap dances. She's grinding. There were pictures of her fingering herself about a few months ago on stage. So Rihanna, to me, doesn't really carry herself in the best light. But again, Rihanna's grown. I think what she needs to realize is she can't have her cake and eat it too. You can't carry yourself a certain way and say certain things about yourself. She's tweeted where she's called herself, where she says something about her acting like a nigga. And, she's always tweeting and calling herself and other people bitches and cunts. So to me, I feel like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't run around here half naked on stage, grinding, doing whatever, but then think that somebody's going to write an article about you, you know, putting you up here on a pedestal. It's not just Rihanna. These are the images that many celebrities are putting out there for the world to see. So I'm not coming down on Rihanna. Beyonce does the same thing. Nicki Minaj does the same thing. So it's a lot of women out here who are out here putting themselves and putting this image out there, and the rest of the world is running with it. When you put these particular images out here of, you know, being wild, crazy, ghetto, showing your ass, you know, doing crazy things, then you can't get mad at how the world in turn perceives. Another thing I'll say before I end this video is that I think we as black people need to figure out, are we going to be okay with white folks using the N-word, or we not going to be okay with it? Because a few months ago, I did a blog post on Trina, and Trina basically gave the okay for Krayshawn, V Nasty, and the white girl mob to say the N-word. This is what Trina told BET. So again, my point is, which one is it? Are we going to co-sign with bullshit, or are we going to stand up against bullshit? Because you can't say that you're okay with V Nasty and Krayshawn saying what they say, but then want to go, you know what I'm saying, go headhunting for this Dutch woman. If it's wrong for white folks to use it, then it's wrong for white folks to use it. We can't say that it's okay for some and not okay for others. In my personal opinion, I don't think anybody should be using the word. And I'm not going to act like I've never said the N-word. I used to say it when I was younger, but as I got older, there's just no need to use that word. There's so many other words we can use in place of it. Homie, homeboy, friend, you know, whatever. We don't have to use the N-word. We are the only race of people who still use this word, and we're like, you know, we say it because we took a disrespectful meaning, we turned it around. A disrespectful meaning is still a disrespectful meaning. No other race runs around calling themselves chinks, gooks, spics, none of that. They don't use those words as terms of endearment. Those are words that were used to belittle them, and they don't, you know what I'm saying? And even if they do use those words, it's behind closed doors. It's not blasted for the world to see and for the world to think that it's okay. So we have to decide which one is it. So I feel like a lot of black folks co-sign with the bullshit, but you can't say it's okay for certain white people to say it, or, you know, it's okay to say it in this circumstance, but not in that circumstance. If you're going to give certain white people the okay to say the N-word, then you can't bitch and whine when a woman in the Netherlands or wherever she's from is using the word as well. You know, so I think we got to decide which one is it. Is it okay, like Trina said, for white folks to use the word, or is it not okay? So go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the story. I'm going to post the news article down below. You can check it out on my website. I'm also going to post an article of Trina basically co-signing with the white girl mob, you know, which I thought was just ridiculous. I was really disappointed in her for that. But go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. All right, deuces.